this.
Doing a lot of underlining in this book, huh, Mom?
Well, obviously, I have been working on it, so you can just give it back if you want. Or when I'm finished, you can use it some more. See, this is one that, whoops, I'll get it, don't worry. I'll get it.
I got it.
That's all right. Well, part of it was the fact my mother had been working in that area, and then very quick after that she died, which was sad. But anyway, this, see, once I get to this, that's not too bad. See, they're big, and then there's these. But anyway, he was hiding the fact that he was actually a French, and
This is from, this you sent to Grandma and Granddaddy from Versailles. It says, "Hooray, today we're on our way to Mont Saint-Michel and the Brittany coast. We stayed in Versailles because it was closer to the meeting and school. Luxuries of all luxuries, we actually had a room with a shower. The shower is up from the floor about a foot. I guess I was so excited that I fell out of the shower. Can you imagine? I was standing on one foot trying to wash the other one, and the next thing I knew, I was sprawled out on the floor. Love, Jane."
No, to me, this is still the cutest thing. I think she's such a little sweetie. Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, with my mother and all the other of us from Arizona, we were just thrilled to death to be someplace we weren't being cooked.
To Mrs. A.J. Cole, Toledo Road, 1962.
Well, that's who she was going to marry. And I'm not sure.
It says, "Hi, I made a slight mistake when I read my orders. I leave tonight at midnight, not tomorrow at noon. I went out to see the ship today. It's just beautiful. We took a 4-hour bus tour of New York today. Pasadena is still the prettiest town I've ever seen. New York is the most hectic city I've ever seen. I miss you both. See you at Christmas. Love, Jane."
Well,
Let's see what this one says.
okay. And this, this has got a lot of stuff in here too. That's really interesting. And this is, the beginning does, you can just ignore it if you want. That's not a problem.
This one, also 1962. "As far as I'm concerned, I don't care if I ever see another ship again. We can see Ireland this morning, thank goodness. For 24 hours we have been rolling terribly. Even with a sleeping pill from the doctor, I couldn't sleep well. I wrote you a long letter on the wrong kind of stationery and forgot to have it stamped airmail, although it has airmail postage on it. It will probably arrive at Christmas. Cheers, Jane."
That's okay. That's fine. Because, boy, I can tell you how afraid we all were, because the way they took the thing down, they didn't get it right. And so here we were all out standing in the water going to be killed.
This one doesn't say what, oh yeah, 1960, I can't read it. But, "Thought you might like to see a card of Luxembourg. It's a charming city, almost too quaint. There was a French festival in progress while we were there in honor of some battle around here. The Canadian bagpipe marching band played. Quite a conglomeration, a French festival in Luxembourg with Scottish music. Also the weather was bitter cold. Or at least it seemed so to me. Even with my Bavarian jacket I was freezing. There are no tourists anywhere now, thank goodness. It makes traveling much nicer, more peaceful, and I even imagine the people are friendlier. I received the Fisso hex."
Yeah. It was amazing how many were constantly. The first time that I had to take them out of London and at night, and so I'm in this little place, and I said, "What do I do?" He said, "Well, just follow me." I thought, no. But the next morning it was still up the thing, and they said, "Okay, now we're going to get it in the place." And I thought, oh shit. Because those things, but we did, because I don't know where David was. And I said, I didn't know David then, because that was before. And so I just said, if you can get me into that thing, that will help. And they did. They did it.
Do you remember when I was born, Mom?
When you were born?
Was that a difficult childbirth?
No, not at all.
It was easy to give birth to me?
Yes, that was not a problem because we had a lot of water, a lot of all kinds of stuff that we liked, and the nice people in the hotels, the minute they looked at us, they said, okay, get out there, and I'll do it.
I see.
Because they were used to it too, and all of them were scared to death because Hitler had been doing a lot. Oh, and a lot of people were crying and upset.
When was this?
Well, it was, I didn't even know David at that point. It was the people that,
How long were you in Europe before you met Dad?
I don't know, we were there from the moment you see, as soon as they did the big things up in the sky, I thought, oh, no. They're going to come down and they're going to kill us all.
What big things in the sky?
Well, they didn't.
Who was doing the big things in the sky?
I don't know. Somebody that was, they have them there and they say, go do that.
I see.
Yeah. But anyway, when I got on it, then there were a lot of ones that I knew just from over around here in America. And I knew them. And I'd say, hey, get that one going. I've got to have it going.
I see.
Yeah. So.
Do you remember when you lived in Reading with Dad and I was born and we had geese?
Geese?
Do you remember the baby geese?
Baby geese? No, I don't.
Yeah, we had geese up in Reading.
Oh, yeah. It's just that it was so many people so quickly. I mean, we didn't give like even, so as soon as they had that thing ready, a bunch of us went in.
I see.
And this is way before that. That's when they were, they weren't doing the way the people did.
I see.
I was trying to see, oh, that's just the edge of that. I wondered what that was. Okay.
When you came back from Europe, where did you go to live at first?
Well, I came back from Europe 2 or 3 times. It's hard to...
The time you came back and stayed here in America,
Yeah.
where did you go to live?
Well, for one thing, a whole bunch of us, 300, the military said, now, you are going to be in charge of that group of kids, and you're going to... And I thought, oh... We did it. And once the school was over for the day, if it's cold at night, I could walk in the snow over to this one guy that was great. He was the one that we all liked because he had 3 or 4 kids of his own that are really smart and good. And so they didn't want to do anything bad on those kids. Those kids are going to be great. They're going to go up in New York or something.
Uh-huh.
So then I would pretend I was just getting something, and I'd say, well, that book over there. And then I'd walk back again through the snow, which is not something good for people from California.
I see. Why did you have to pretend to be getting something?
Well, we just all did it. Everybody did. And they also wanted to make sure that everybody the next morning should have ideas and stuff. And who knows, if they come out with guns, we could be gone. But the saddest thing, I don't know if it's in here or it's in, where was that? Well, it's other places in the house, but, oh. If they saw anybody free, they could shoot them or something. But on the whole, we did really well. the minute it was time for lunch, and they paid for it, not us. It was just, so we trot down there, and oh, that was wonderful.
Who's they? The Army?
Well, no, they were people like us, but we were considered the same thing. That it's, you know, it's military, and it doesn't matter, even though they're not doing it right. Regardless, but that's gone completely, and I'm not concerned about that anymore. The worst was, when they said we need you to go up there and make sure you see all the arms and the hands and the legs, anything loose, put them in a big bag, and then bring them over, and we're going to look it over. Well, I thought, oh, how wonderful that is.
You had to collect body parts?
Well, you can't just let them on the
But who sent you out to collect whose body parts?
Well, we had the people that were in charge of that, because they have to give to their people, and they have to say, blah, 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 blah.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, I've heard you tell me about this a few times now. I can't imagine the context in which you were sent out to collect body parts.
Yep, and then we had to walk around and see if we could see more.
And did you see more?
Yeah, and the thing that scared me the most is they kept saying that, well, you know, once we get going, you're going to have to do some more things. And I thought, but we all did just fine, even though we were up there and trying not to get killed.
When was this?
Well, it was the part right before what we have now. Sometimes you'll see, well, even on this, there's lots, and then they just kept changing all the time because they wanted to make sure that and this is wonderful. Yeah, Irene Nemirovsky. I liked that because a lot of them just write things or something, and then I could understand what they were doing. But they knew that we had all these kids that we had to take care of, and we had to make sure that we got them into lunch. And the last time we went, they actually asked us to go up there, and you know what those Germans are like. You go to those two and make sure they know they cannot get in there.
No Germans allowed.
Yeah. Well, we went down, and I knew a lot of them because they were actually nice. I liked the Germans. And I said, well, I'm sorry. You know you can't go out there now. You know that, don't you? Yes, I know that. And I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to be nice. He said, I'll be everything that they think I could do, but I didn't. So that was, and now the lady that was in charge, she had 2 children, and she said, now don't worry. The only thing I want you guys to do is send away for the certain things. And we did do that, but I thought, oh, I don't know if they'll like that or not. But they were very nice. And the group of Americans, even though they were military, they were marking in and knocking out all the time. And we did get through. And I don't know what happened to the others at all. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows, huh?
Yeah. And this one didn't have pictures, which surprised me a little bit, but that was fine because we've been through that so many times, we know what it looks like.
You remember racing cars with Dad in Europe?
Racing Dad with here?
Racing cars in Europe with Dad?
No.
You remember when Dad raced cars in Europe?
No, I don't remember that. That's something I probably said, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you raced the Mini Cooper, remember?
Probably, but I do have this one thing. Yes. German occupied zone, 1940. And it says Orleans, and it also says Paris, and oh, I didn't know it was all like that. And there's Dijon. I like Dijon a lot. It's a nice little town, and it had things that people could eat.
Where were you in 1940?
always work here, or there was a period that some of the Americans were in Germany. And we were, because we had to do certain things to make sure these other people won't die. You know, we've got Bourges, Poitiers, Moulins, Chalon. Oh, I look at that and think, oh, how am I going to do? And of course, the guys were put on things like you have to make sure everybody's safe. So even though David was there, he was very concerned with making sure that everybody would be okay. And here's Marseille. And, and it's very nice that they have they can do that. All that stuff on it. That's something. Oh, and I don't know who did this. We certainly didn't do that. I'm going to yank it out because I never wrote that.
That's not actual writing, that's part of this picture.
Probably.
Yeah, it's on the inside of this cover.
Yeah. Okay. Now I wish I had that. Didn't have it in here? I guess I didn't. Well, the other part, if I can find that. Well, it was around someplace. But when we got there, they began telling us all the things we had to do and all that. And we want you to all be clean and all that. So there was...
Were you clean enough?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then we could go, but they all had things on them. And...
Like what?
Well, they really didn't want us to do anything. They wanted us to be just clean and nice, which we did. We did that because we didn't want to go work more. And it was fine. But afterwards, oh, I was almost crying. Because one of David's friends, a very good friend, he had told him, listen, I'm going to get them out. I'll get them out and get them in before they get really hurt. And so they went up to the place where we got out of the train, and they started coming out. Well, the minute they came out, oh, those others, they had things that they could use and get them out, and everybody would start working and all that, and it worked. And it was fun, and it was nice, but I still think about those that never made it. And so it really is interesting to me when I look at these, at the kids and all that now, I think, oh,